to take my opportunity. So far since I've been in Revolution, I haven't really had a chance to prove how good I can be. I put 110% effort into all my work, and I can assure you that you have not seen anywhere near my potential yet. But now a huge opportunity has come knocking at my door, and I know that some people are too scared to take it because of the risk of losing their job. But if you're afraid to take risks here, then you're in the wrong job. With that in mind, I am officially entering the Feast or Fired ladder match at risk and reward. You better not be calling me scared, because if you were, the only one who should be scared is you. Unlike you, I've already shown what I can do in the small time that I've been in this company, and I have plenty more where that came from. And so I am also entering the ladder match at the pay-per-view. And when I win the title opportunity, I will go on to show the world what the Madman can really do. And if you're willing to step in my way, then why don't I show you right now what I can do? Hold your fire there. You think he's a threat? You've got much bigger problems on your hands. I'm here on behalf of my team, Mutually Assured Destruction, to inform you both. Me and my partner will also be entering in the ladder match. And we've asked for the opportunities many times, and so far we have been ignored constantly. We are the most dangerous team in all of wrestling. And so if you aren't going to give us opportunities, we are going to destroy everyone in our path to get it. Starting with you. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Darren Jacobs and welcome to another episode of Revolution. Sorry that it is coming after Fight Night this week and not beforehand, but you are going to get your dosage of Revolution this week. We, of course, are 3 weeks away from Revolution's first ever pay-per-view, and, of course, which will feature a Feast or Fired match at the pay-per-view, risk and reward, and we just found out 4 of the first entries into that matchup. But of course we have plenty other matches to build up to before that. Kicking us off tonight is a rematch from last week in the Party Express. They spoke to the general manager and they said, listen, they want a rematch against the Order for after beating them last week with the ambush that occurred beforehand from the tag team champions, the Immortals. And so the Party Express are here challenging him again, this time with a bit more added stakes. If they win tonight under the orders of the general manager, they will go on to face the Immortals for the Revolution Tag Team Championships at risk and reward. A huge opportunity for a team that I'm sure not many people expected to be the #1 team in contention right now, but they found their way into a #1 contenders match, and inadvertently, so have these guys. They're Merit and Nux, the Order, who, from the Royal Rumble, we could have told you that they were going to be a decent tag team. They managed to get the win last week with the aid of the tag team champions, but tonight, the Order have to do it all on their own, and if they do, they will be going to face for the Revolution Tag Team Championships in 3 weeks' time against the Immortals. The Immortals have looked so fantastic in the ring. They've conquered the tag team division to this day so far. It's only been early days in the tag team division, but there's only been one team undoubtedly at the top of it, and that, of course, has been the Immortals. But for the Order, they got the win last week. If they can repeat that again this week, they are #1 contenders for the Tag Team Championship. Merrick and Nux already made a name for themselves in the Royal Rumble, just like Johnny E did. And now tonight, they get a huge opportunity. DJ Assassin going to start this one off with Merit kicking us off as well. Bell rings and away we go, and we'll see how these two do tonight. Straight away, DJ Assassin going into the neck breaker and connects perfectly. And DJ Assassin and Johnny Entertainment, 2 people who initially signed to Revolution as single stars, but realizing that they're more alike than they imagined, both with the single purpose of entertaining the crowd. DJ Assassin, former DJ, did many clubs in his time before deciding to go into the wrestling profession, which, to his credit, has seen him do very, very well. And as for Johnny Entertainment, calls himself Mr. Entertainment, changed his name legally to Entertainment for the sole purpose of proving that he is the biggest entertainer in all of professional wrestling. And these two have worked together brilliantly so far, and they've definitely earned the name of the most entertaining tag team in all of WIW. I'd definitely say DJ Assassin a lot more serious when he competes in the ring, and right now going to show off some strength there with a beautiful deadlift suplex. Very nicely done by DJ Assassin. Of course, DJ Assassin sought out to redeem himself after the loss a few weeks ago in the early stages of the Four Corners tag team match that, of course, allowed the Immortals to get into that match, as well as Los Jefes Latinos, who they actually lost to in that. So DJ Assassin had to redeem himself, and of course Johnny E was the one who encouraged him, to be honest, because DJ Assassin was saying maybe he wasn't ready to be fighting in the tag division. Maybe he wasn't ready for it. And yet his partner convinced him to try again. And that's what you got to do, ladies and gentlemen. You just got to keep trying. You give up, that is when the problems begin to arise. And right now, DJ Assassin going up against the much bigger Nux as he gets tagged in to the matchup. And he might want to consider bringing in Johnny E here, because he's been in there for a little while. DJ Assassin seems confident in himself right now, though. Maybe now going to try and look for the tag if he can. No, Nux preventing it, and if they can keep DJ Assassin isolated, that could be a very nice tactic from the Order. And now what's he thinking? Look at this, just hammering the fists away to the back. Nux very much a powerhouse. And look at this. Oh, goodness me. And they were Merit has once referred to him as a bodyguard, and to be honest, I could definitely see that. in his future. Johnny E begging for the tag right now, as right now the Order are taking control of DJ Assassin. And look at this, calling for the tag, and can he get it? Can he spin him around? He can! In comes Johnny Entertainment off the tag, and a drop kick takes him down, and trying to keep him down there with a clubbing fist. And now Merritt on the other side trying to call for a tag. Johnny Entertainment deciding he doesn't want that to happen. Now Johnny Entertainment going to go up to the top here. Going high risk, high reward, just like at the pay-per-view. You got to put it all on the line if you want to get it. And now, look at this, all went for a drop kick to the back, but it's sidestepped by Nux. Very nicely done here in the Order. Maintain their control, but Johnny Entertainment exploded into the ring, and he might have wasted too much energy there trying to run around and sprint around just like as easy as he was trying to do. But Johnny Entertainment, we've seen how great he is in the ring. 7 eliminations in the inaugural Royal Rumble. That's a hell of a way to make your debut. The only person who beat that is on the other team, and that, of course, was Merritt. A fantastic start it's been, though, for Nux, though. Oh, and a Uranagi slam. Plants down Johnny Entertainment. And now dragging him away from his team's corner, and he's going to go for an early cover here on Johnny Entertainment, who, of course, is still relatively fresh, and he's going to get a 1 count. And Johnny Entertainment started off well coming into this match, but now he's having to fight his way back. Nux just too strong right now, overpowering the team of the Party Express by himself. Never mind that he's still got a fresh Merritt sitting on the sideline waiting for a tag. And he was waiting for it, almost got the tag there, and Nux having to push away Johnny Entertainment just so he can get some breathing room. But right now he is off to a flying start here, and the Order are dominating out the gate, and the tag is made. And now look at this, some tag team work maybe. Oh, look at that, plants his face down, and again when to stop. Oh, and a knee, and that's what put him away last week. Is that what's going to put him away this week? DJ Assassin needed to make the save, and he did, but he gets wiped out by the legal man Nux. Oh no, by Nux, who's not the legal man, excuse me. And now DJ Assassin and Johnny Entertainment are going to have to fight back here in this matchup, because they are struggling against the Order. Remember, the winner will go on to face the Immortals for the Revolution Tag Team Championships in a few weeks' time. Johnny Entertainment really trying to advance further forward, but he is really struggling here in the early going. DJ Assassin definitely has done a lot better than Johnny Entertainment to start this one off, and that's not always the case with the Party Express. It's usually Johnny E who does the better of the work, but then again, DJ Assassin has lately been the one who's been doing the closing. Straight jacket, DDT. And speaking of DJ Assassin, he desperately needs this tag, and wisely, Merritt doesn't allow it to happen. And the tag team work from the Order has been brilliant so far. And now, more tag team work there, crashes him into the corner. What are they thinking here? Oh, look at that! Knee striking Inseguri combo, and follows through into a Northern Lights. And into the cover. Is that enough for the Order to get a tag team title shot? It's a 1 count only. And Johnny Entertainment, we know, can take a punch. He's proving it right here. And now going to try and deliver a punch. Backs him up into the corner. Oh, and I thought he counted him then, but instead into a hammerlock DDT. Very nicely done by Johnny E. And now can he make a tag out? He desperately needs one, and he does. The referee recognizes that. And in comes DJ Assassin, who goes straight to the top. Coming in, going to use his aerial advantage here to slam him down with a swanton from the top. And all of a sudden, DJ Assassin stepping up here for the team. The strike's coming in, and Nux just doesn't know what to do. DJ Assassin has re-exploded into the match, and the crowd are going nuts. Huge opportunity now. Can they capitalize on it? The strikes are flying in from DJ Assassin. He is not slowing down for a second right now. Trying to crawl to Merritt to make the tag. Nux having to fight off DJ Assassin and get himself some space. And with one strike, he hits the canvas. And that's the power of Nux on display right there. A massive man, you'd expect that amount of power to come from him right now. Just trying to tag out if he can, maybe. No. Instead going to try and punish him in the corner, but DJ Assassin with an escape there and a jawbreaker. And now might tag out here. It looks like both men might tag out. Oh, no. Both of them decide against it in the end. And now DJ Assassin, oh, gets caught watching there. And that might be a fatal mistake as he's now trapped in the corner. And now look at this, getting pummeled away on here by Nux, who's just absolutely unloading on him with knees and punches in the corner. Big mistake made there by DJ Assassin. You can't afford to make those little mistakes in a tag team match, especially this late into it. That could cost you. And now look at that, all Nux having to retreat for a second there. Can DJ Assassin capitalize on his re-entry? Looks like he might be able to. Oh no, well countered by Nux. And takes him down with a clothesline. And now all of a sudden DJ Assassin is in trouble. Nux thinking of putting this one away. Slams him down. And he's going to go straight into the cover. DJ Assassin is in trouble. And he doesn't need to kick out. Luckily, DJ Assassin is there to make the... Johnny Entertainment's there to make the save. And now, look at this. Trying to take out Merit here. Tiger Bomb. Wiping out the non-legal man. And DJ Assassin struggling. Right now, Nux is taking on both DJ Assassin and Johnny Entertainment by himself. Merit has played a part, yes, but it's been predominantly Nux who apologizes to his partner there as he accidentally catches him on the delivery of that forearm. Well, what can they do now? Johnny Entertainment and DJ Assassin, can they find something, anything to fight back in this match? Did you see the power on that suplex? The Order are dominating, and I don't think they intend to lose control. He just tossed him over Merit as well. And that's the power of Nux on display. DJ Assassin fighting back with his last breath, but he really just doesn't have anything left. Nux is just pummeling him right now. DJ Assassin desperately needs a tag. Nux tags out, in comes Merit. This is getting nip and tuck now for DJ Assassin and Johnny Entertainment. If they're going to fight back, they need to do it now. DJ Assassin trying to hype himself up with the crowd and now flying away with a second burst of wind into a beautiful Pele kick. And now needs something big, needs a big move to follow that up with a hook. My God! Drills his head into the apron off that running, spinning, complete shot. Brilliant move there by DJ Assassin. Merit, though, still fighting on. Still fighting back. Oh, look at that, went for a Superman punch. Misses and into a suplex instead. And Johnny Entertainment not much better off on the ring apron. Tag is made, in comes Nux. And what an incredible #1 contenders contest this has been so far. The Order in control and trying to find a way to keep them down for the count, but right now they're just refusing to stay down. They're refusing to be beaten. And now looking for the tag in the corner. Well escaped by DJ Assassin, who goes for the run-up into Guri. Miscalculated there, and that just shows the problem he's having right now. He's dizzy, he's confused. He's being beaten down for a long period of time in this match, and he desperately needs to get out of there and tag Johnny Entertainment back in. Johnny E waiting patiently on the apron. I'm not sure how eager he is to come back in this match after how badly they've been dominated, but he does need to come back in there and help his partner out. Big running knee by Merit. And right now the momentum is staying fixed with the Order. The Order losing momentum here and there, but it has been predominantly the Order in this matchup. And now trying to wear down the limbs, but you can see how slowly they're moving. Desperation cover here, trying to win this matchup. 2 count. Oh, and a cheap shot there. Oh, and DJ Assassin was almost saved there by Johnny Entertainment, but Johnny Entertainment gets flattened by Nux, who is dominating this whole contest right now. By far the best man of the 4 in this matchup. Once again going to work away on the leg. DJ Assassin can't even stand the punch anymore. It's been too devastating. And now Nux looking for that running knee again. Merit looking for the running knee again, looking to put him away. Running knee again. Straight into the cover. And the Order have no! Kick out! I think Johnny Entertainment made the save. And I thought that was for certain the Order getting tag team title shots. But now look at Johnny Entertainment and DJ Assassin trying to fight back. Big strike there from DJ Assassin. Now what's he doing? Oh, look at this. Scooping him up here. Oh, and into a wheelbarrow neckbreaker. DJ Assassin was given a save there by his partner. And now all of a sudden, might be able to fight back here in this matchup. Now trying to plant him down. Very nicely done. And where all of a sudden has this offense come from? Into the cover. Is that enough for the Party Express to win this? It is. They steal it. The Party Express steal the match. They are the #1 contenders for the Tag Team Championship. Hats off to DJ Assassin, who had to fight a whole war to survive in that match. But he did it. He got beaten down by Merit and Nux, but he managed to find a finishing touch. And DJ Assassin redeems himself for a few weeks ago for sure now. And now DJ Assassin and Johnny Entertainment in 3 weeks' time will face for the Revolution Tag Team Championships against the Immortals. And now look at them playing to the crowd. The crowd love this team. Look at them dancing, putting on a show for the crowd. And they absolutely deserve to celebrate a huge victory here tonight for DJ Assassin and Johnny Entertainment. They are your new #1 contenders for the Revolution Tag Team Championships. Well, this match has been brewing for a long time between these teams, but now we're finally going to get to see it happen at risk or reward. But the question is, will the Party Express pull off the underdog victory, or will the Immortals be able to retain their championships on their very first defense? We'll have to wait and see, but it's time to move on down the rest of the card. Huge win for the Party Express. Another match confirmed for risk and reward, which is already shaping up to be a huge pay-per-view event. And next up tonight, we have some women's action, of course, giving us an idea of what the women's division is like. It is a stacked women's division right now. We are in the double digits for the amount of women that we have, so it's important to get them all out there and give them their opportunities to shine individually as well as maybe together at times, who knows. But the first person down to the ring who is starting to form a reputation for herself, but not exactly the reputation that she might have preferred, that is, of course, Joyce Andrews. She is making her way down to the ring tonight. The problem that Joyce Andrews had, she's been a fantastic fighter ever since she stepped foot into WIW. She's a Road to Glory finalist. She was in the #1 contenders match for the Revolution Women's title. Biggest problem with Joyce Andrews is that now she's developing a bit of a reputation for herself for blowing it at the last hurdle. She failed to win the Road to Glory Season 2. She failed to win the Revolution Women's Championship. She can't afford to let that become a pattern. If that becomes a pattern, then they're going to stop giving her opportunities to become the women's champion or to even move up to the main roster. Because, let's face it, who is going to want on the main roster someone who can fail constantly to get the job done? I can't imagine that that is going to be the case for Joyce Andrews, because she's a fantastic fighter when she's in the ring. She's only lost like a total of 2 matches. But to be honest, she has to start stepping up at the big occasions. Hopefully tonight she can get herself back in the win column. Someone who's looking to get herself in the win column for the very first time, it is Diana Oxley. Of course, very close relations to KO Oxley, as you can see on the back of her shirt. She had a very good debut, but she was unable to score the win on her debut, and so tonight she's hoping that she can step up again and try and redeem herself. Of course, KO Oxley getting a win this week. KO Oxley recently getting a world title shot. It's been a good Season 2 so far for KO Oxley, and he'll be hoping that he can get tag team success later on down the line. But how much better do you feel he'd be happier if Diana Oxley is the one who gets a title shot before he does? I'm sure he'd love that just as much, if not more. Diana Oxley with a huge opportunity tonight to show herself off and also step herself up the women's division. Next up tonight, someone else who we haven't seen much of since her debut, and so she's getting out here to get some in-ring practice. It is Kendoll, or Kendoll, I believe I'm supposed to pronounce it. I'm not 100% sure, but Kendoll steps into the ring tonight, and with a growing women's division, it was never going to be good for you to debut as recently as Kendoll did. Because a lot of women, they've had a chance to prove themselves. They've had title opportunities, but she has not had much time to really show what she can do, Kendoll. And now tonight, she gets that opportunity to step into the ring and really show what she can do, what she brings to the ring, and whether she can step up with some of the best. Of course, Joyce Andrews, you gotta believe, is one of the best women on the roster. She's proven that so far. Diana Oxley proved herself on the debut. She really stepped up to the occasion. But now it's a matter of whether Kendoll can step up tonight and really prove if she can step up to the occasion as well. Of course, later on tonight in the huge main event, we do have the Women's Championship back on the line for the very first time as Samantha Matua faces not only the Women's Champion Katelyn Hall, but Rachel Walker as well, in what's going to be a huge main event. So maybe, if they're looking for a new women's #1 contender for Revolution, maybe one of these women could show themselves here tonight. Next to the ring, Kimmy Lynn, sister of believer Brooklyn, who of course was in the Road to Glory Season 2 tournament. Kimmy Lynn had a fairly decent debut performance in her triple threat. I do believe, though, that that match was won by Joyce Andrews, so tonight she'll get a chance at redemption. But she looked very impressive, and to be honest, Lynn, she won a one match in the Revolution tournament, but then she lost to Samantha Matua, I believe, in one move. No, Keva Kaiju in one move, so there was that. I think Kimmy Lynn really has a chance to show herself here tonight and mark her own name here and mark her own territory and show that she could be a noticeable threat here in the women's division. Fatal four-way action, and although it may not be for Women's Championship Gold, it's a chance to move up a rankings of the biggest women's division that we have in WIW. The men and women's division, well, no, the women's division combined from Mayhem and Fight Night does not add up to the size of the Revolution women's division. It's that stacked. Oh, look at this. Joyce Andrews. Devastating DDT to kick this one off to Kendoll. Meanwhile, Kimmy Lynn and Diana Oxley fighting away in the corner. And already, Kimmy Lynn not wasting any time to go for some big moves here. Look at this. Beautiful slam down. Meanwhile, from the top, Joyce Andrews flying away. And can she land something? Yes, she can. A Hurricane Rana to Kendoll. And oh, Kimmy Lynn tried to fly as well. And Kimmy Lynn and Joyce Andrews flying strong here to start this one off. And yeah, like I say, the both women's division on the main rosters do not add up to the depth of the Revolution's women's division. And right now, of course, that division is headed by Katelyn Hall, the current Revolution Women's Champion, who could be in real danger tonight, Katelyn Hall, of losing that championship as she defends not only against one, but against two different fighters, one of which has already beaten her so far in Revolution. And that was like last week or 2 weeks ago when Rachel Walker beat her to earn her spot in that matchup. As for Samantha Matua, she earned that after two #1 contenders matches victory. One against Rachel Walker, the other in a battle royale. Both of them had foul play in that match, to be fair to them. But it just didn't stop her from earning the opportunity, because she can't say that she didn't deserve it. She won it twice regardless of how she won it. So there's no reason Samantha Matua did not deserve to be in that match. And right now, Diana Oxley getting ganged up on here by Kimmy Lynn and Joyce Andrews. Andrews now going to go for Oxley, trying to get her up there for an exploder. She counters, but then she turns around and she's met with Kimmy Lynn. And Kimmy and Joyce are doing fantastically well here so far, and they seem to be having a temporary alliance here, trying to take out Kendoll and Diana Oxley. And these women, of course, I'm sure they'd love to all go up to the main roster eventually to fight some of the great women's wrestlers on the division. Keva Kaiju, Laura Stables, Barbie Versace, Sandra Piper. Some of the greats on the women's roster. I'm sure they'd love to get their chance to show that they're just as good as that, if not better. Very nicely done there. And straight into the cover she goes. And it's only going to get a 1 count with the interjection of Kendoll. And now look at this. Diana Oxley sets up Kimmy Lynn in a bad spot, and she drills her head down into the apron before turning her attention to Kendoll, who really hasn't got going in this match. Diana Oxley now finally looking to show some life in the match. Look at the speed from Diana Oxley. Look at this. Joyce. Joyce was trying to get rid of Kimmy Lynn there, trying to come in and steal the cover. Diana Oxley luckily saw it coming, and Diana Oxley rolls outside after just exploding in that matchup there. She did fantastically well. But now Joyce Andrews, now going to land her big strikes and a big spinning kick there. And now look at this, Kendoll trying to capitalize on the opportunity that everybody's down, but she couldn't. And maybe now Joyce Andrews can look for that tiger bomb, as I like to call it, the cherry bomb. Can she find the cherry on top of the cake here, Joyce Andrews? So many puns flying out right now. I don't know what I'm doing. Kimmy Lynn trying to deal with Diana Oxley. Oh, look at this. There it is. There's the tiger bomb. Tiger bomb. And she knows that she needs to get rid of Kimmy Lynn in order to take the shot. Oh, my God. Spinning kick, and she takes down Diana Oxley and Kimmy Lynn with it. Brilliant work from Joyce Andrews, but now Kimmy Lynn, now maybe with an opportunity to put her away herself. There's a neck breaker. Kendoll desperately trying to get back to her feet. Meanwhile, Diana Oxley and Kimmy Lynn battling it out in the middle of the ring. Kendoll, can she finally get herself into this match? She's really struggled out the gate here. Needs to try and find something to keep herself alive in this matchup. Trying to rake the eyes here, but no, Kimmy Lynn's not going to allow that to happen. Takes a little bit of a run up here before spinning around into a Hurricane Rana driver. And out rolls Kendoll, and she needs to as well. She's taking a hit here so far. Kimmy Lynn, all of a sudden exploding into life in this match. There's another neck breaker. Neck breakers for everybody. And Joyce Andrews re-exploding into the match, trying to slow down Kimmy Lynn's momentum if she can. She now has a clean ring. Can she find a big strike here? She might be able to on Diana Oxley. Spinning kick there. And a huge opportunity now. She can put this one away if she can find that tiger bomb again. Diana Oxley able to fight her off though for a second. Kendoll now re-enters the matchup. And now the Kendoll trying to maybe steal this one with a sunset flip. Sunset flip connects. She doesn't bridge into the cover. Oh, look at this, Joyce. Joyce Andrews going to the top now. Oh, but look at this, Kimmy Lynn exploding back into the ring and takes off Joyce Andrews from the top rope. Huge move there by Kimmy Lynn. I think Joyce is looking for something big to end this one, but now Joyce might be in jeopardy of losing this one. Big boot to the face of Joyce. And she can't put her away yet. Kendoll's there. If Kendoll can get rid of her, she can steal this match. Taste of pain. And now she's going to go for the cover on Kimmy Lynn. Kendoll to steal the victory in this match. No! Just kicks out at 2.5. There's Kimmy Lynn. And now she's torn in, but she's going to be made to pay for that. Diana Oxley from behind, digging the knees into her before landing an inverted DDT. And now Joyce Andrews getting caught taunting on the opposite side. She might pay for that. Diana Oxley now with an opportunity to steal this one while everybody is down. Can she capitalize? Joyce Andrews. Oh, look at this. Joyce caught her off guard. Tiger bomb again. Tiger bomb to Diana Oxley. And now just trying to get rid of Kimmy Lynn if she can, so she can make the cover and get the win. Just trying to get rid of her. Oh, look at that. Very nicely done in the corner. She now has an empty ring. Is it too little, too late? Can she steal this one on Diana Oxley? Diana kicks out. And Joyce just took too long to get the cover there. She just couldn't do it. And now Diana Oxley's going to try and steal the cover, but Kendoll re-enters the ring. What fantastic women's action, and it's not the only women's action we're going to see tonight. Of course, with the Women's Championship on the line, and I'm sure all these women will have their eye on that matchup later tonight. They're all going to be eager to hunt down the Women's Champion, whoever it may be. I'm sure they'd love the opportunity to take a crack at it. Now Joyce Andrews once again going after Diana Oxley. Kimmy Lynn going to take to the outside with her Kendoll. Big backbreaker by Joyce Andrews just there. Joyce Andrews, this is what I'm talking about. She's such a gifted wrestler. I can't imagine that she's going to start to build up a reputation for herself where she can't win the big one. The referee's so slow to count there that Kendoll breaks it up before the count can even occur. And now Joyce to the top rope, but I don't know if she's realized that Kendoll's there. She doesn't care. Leaps over her and lands the elbow drop to Diana. But now Kendoll can take advantage of that distraction. Can she capitalize? Sunset flip. Bridges through into the cover. Oh, Kimmy hasn't seen it. This is a clean opening to steal the match to 2. Meanwhile, oh, and another neck breaker from the neck-breaking queen right now. That is Kimmy Lynn. And look at that. The queen of the backbreaker right now might just be encountering the Queen of the Neckbreaker. And now look at this, big boot! Meanwhile, Kendoll up top, spins round, splash off the top. And she might go for the cover here. Kimmy Lynn does. Up at Kendoll. Kendoll's leaving it. Kendoll, let it happen. But Diana kicks out. Kendoll was willing to let it happen there. Was willing to let Kimmy Lynn take the cover. And instead, Diana kicks out. Joyce now trying to steal the cover. But it was seen. Oh, and the referee gets clubbed there by Kimmy Lynn. Referee taken down there, and now Joyce left alone standing with Kimmy Lynn, but she is dazed. She is struggling. Kimmy Lynn, such a powerful adversary, now gets her up on the shoulders. Shades of Haley Bowen here as she looks for an electric chair driver. Plants her down in the middle of the ring. And Joyce is down. Diana back to her feet. Kimmy Lynn continuing to work away on Joyce Andrews. She's unfazed by Diana at the moment. And a swanton from the middle rope. Kendoll re-enters the match there. She almost made a big mistake by letting this match go away from her. You can't afford to make stupid decisions like that, especially when you want a championship match in one of the biggest women's division that we have here in WIW. You can't afford to do things like that. That almost came across as match fixing. Had she got the win there, diving spear by Kimmy Lynn, very nicely done, and into the cover on Joyce Andrews. Is that going to be enough to get it done? Joyce kicks. Hurricane Runner on the opposite end sends Diana Oxley out of the ring, and a big knee to the back of Joyce, who's trying to fight off two women at once here. And like I say, she's doing a good job, but she's taken down there. And now to the top rope. Now to the top rope goes Kendoll. Might have been looking for that spin off the top again, but instead she couldn't get it. Looking for a neck breaker there, Joyce Andrews. Instead, Kendoll with a big boot to the face. And now with her down, she might be able to get the job done if she can get rid of Joyce. Will Joyce Andrews get dealt with right now? Look at this, Kendoll. Oh, look at this. Kendoll's going to roll through. Sunset flip, the cover to steal the match right here. Joyce kicks out at 2. Oh, no, look at this. Oh, and now Diana. She's going to try and steal it on a roll-up. And that's broken up by the ropes. Kendoll retreats for the moment. And now Kimmy Lynn dealing with the Queen of the Backbreaker. Trying to get rid of her and get some space. Joyce again, just trying to steal this cover. Oh, and again the referee gets taken out for doing so. And Kimmy is going to get herself disqualified if she keeps taking out the referee. And now Joyce going to the top. But again, Kimmy is there. And Kimmy is going to make her pay for not paying attention to a big strike to the jaw there. And now she's in trouble. What's she thinking? Oh, look at this. From the top. Oh, look at this. Oh, and an avalanche cutter. And down she goes. And Kimmy Lynn with an awkward landing there. Kendoll went for the cover on her. And she couldn't get it because the referee was down. Kimmy Lynn with a huge cutter off the top. This has been amazing women's action so far. But neither one of these women, or any of these women, can get the job done at this current moment. Big overhead belly to belly there by Joyce. And out rolls Kimmy Lynn. And now Joyce trying to make the most of the dazed Diana Oxley. And instead she gets taken out by Kendoll. And they're now left with Kendoll and Joyce Andrews. Kimmy and Diana are down. Can one of these women steal the match right here? She's going to try and do that right now. Single leg. Boston Crab. Joyce is worn down. Is that going to be enough? Kimmy Lynn has to make the save. And now, oh, she might have been thinking of looking for the end there, Kendoll, but Kimmy Lynn decides against that, and she says that's not happening, and now trying to capitalize herself. What's she doing? Look at that, rubbing her arse in her face before slamming her down on top of Joyce, and following through with an arm drag. What a women's match this has been. Still, we're no closer to determining a winner. Looking for a pile driver is Kimmy Lynn. And Joyce Andrews now dealing with Diana, who's come back into this matchup. These women are putting on a show for everybody here. The crowd are going nuts. Surely someone's got to give eventually. Drags it down there with the neck snap. And into a kick and an elbow on the opposite side from Kimmy Lynn. And now Joyce might be able to put away Diana. But no, Kimmy Lynn saw that coming and she tosses her out of the ring. Diana now the only woman in the ring. These women are fighting for their lives right now. And you've got to imagine the winner of this is going to look really impressive and is going to shoot up the women's division rankings with the performances that they are all putting on. They are all putting everything they have on the line to win here tonight. And right now, they're just not getting it done. Joyce Andrews being dragged into the ring now by Diana. Might try and find a finishing touch if she can get it. Looking for a knee bar here. Submission. And Kendoll breaks it up immediately. And now Diana with an opportunity maybe to put this one away if she can get the space. Drills the head down onto the apron. Is she going to go for the cover? She is. I don't think the others have seen it. She hasn't seen it. Joyce is in trouble. Oh, and Oxley just couldn't get it done with a stomp to the back of the head. Now Kendoll. Kendoll might be looking for the finish here on Kimmy Lynn. Kimmy's in trouble. Taste of pain. Boot to the face. And now into the cover. Diana hasn't seen it. She hasn't paid attention. Kendoll wins. Huge mistake by Diana. She got too preoccupied trying to take out Joyce. And Kendoll wins her second match here on the women's roster. A huge victory that's got to shoot her up the division. An impressive performance from everyone here tonight. Every single woman gave it their all. They tried to show what they could do, showcase themselves, but it was that taste of pain right there that gets the job done. And Kendoll walks away the winner of this contest. A huge victory for her. 2 matches, 1 win. That's a pretty decent record so far for Kendoll, especially when one of them was losing on your debut, and no one can blame you. When that happens, it happens more often than you'd like to believe. But Kendoll with a huge victory here tonight, and hopefully that shot her up the women's division rankings because she earned it here tonight. Let's move on down the rest of the card. That was a big win for Kendoll. In 3 weeks' time, you will get to watch as I once again cement my legacy as the best and only Revolution champion in history. I dealt with Johnny Black for good, and he wouldn't dare come and step into this ring with me again. He was a brave man, and he fought to the end, but in the end, he forgot how dangerous I really am. And now Mark Williams is next in line, and although I feel me and him have built up a bond over the last couple of weeks, I won't let that faze me. I will beat him, and I will continue to live on and never be forgotten. Okay, let's get some things straight here. 1, we're not friends. You gave me a title match in exchange for beating down Johnny Black. Me and you have a business relationship, and it definitely won't stop me from putting you to sleep at Risk and Reward pay-per-view. 2, you didn't take out Johnny Black. I did. Just like I took out The Birth and Jaden Winters and everyone who has stood in my way so far. And now, you are what's separating me and the Revolution Championship. So guess what happens next? You can pretend to not be friends with me, that's your call. But let's get one thing clear. You may have landed the final blow, but it was me who broke down Johnny Black slowly and painfully. So don't try and take all the credit for my hard work. Your problem is that you already don't think I can win. But I am the smartest fighter in wrestling, and believe me when I say that I am smart enough to come up with a way to deal with anyone, especially you. So don't expect me to lose at the pay-per-view, because like I said, I will never lose this title. Mr. Black, you are ridiculous. I am a former assassin. It is my job to remove almost emotional attachment from the situation and perfectly plan every attack in order to make sure that the job is done quickly and quietly. And I intend to do the same to you. Believe me when I say I have conquered much bigger than you. You don't faze me in the slightest. So once I put you to sleep and send you to the hospital to join your pal Mr. Black, I will run the division with an iron grip, and you will fade into the shadows, and you will be forgotten. Well, there you have it. The champion and challenger stare down, and that ended in a brawl. And like Mark Williams said, he might want to be careful, Omari Williams, because he might have bitten off more than he can chew by hiring a hitman to replace Johnny Black in a championship match. Well, we'll see how that one goes at Feast or Fired, but not Feast or Fired. We'll see how that goes at Risk and Reward. But next up tonight, here comes Charles Black, who has been a man on a mission over the last couple of weeks, trying to hunt down Cody Danger to get him back in the ring and redeem himself for his loss. That was like over a month ago now. You think he'd let it go, but he blames him. He believes he's gone on a downward spiral because of him, and that is because Cody Danger gets involved in every single one of his matches. Well, let's hear what Charles Black has to say. Boo! 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 Don't you guys ever shut up? I am talking, and you will listen. Cody Danger, I am not calling you out tonight. You see, since you have been running away non-stop for weeks now, I took matters into my own hands. I spoke to the GM, and in 3 weeks' time at Risk and Reward, me and you will go one-on-one in a no-holds-barred contest. I can't wait to finally destroy you and get my revenge. But as for tonight, I intend to deal with all the losses that I have suffered because of Danger. Starting tonight with Malcom Black. So Black, get your ass out here. Okay, so a bit of a developing story. Another match confirmed for the Risk and Reward pay-per-view. Cody Danger is going to step into the ring with Charles Black, confirmed by the general manager. And now he wants revenge for people who he has faced before but has been interrupted. And the first person is Malcom Black. And Malcom Black gets called out. And I don't believe that Malcom Black is someone who is going to say no to an open challenge issued against him. That's just the type of man he is. And tonight he steps into the ring. Of course, his first victory here in Revolution was against Charles Black. And Charles Black believes that had it not been for him being distracted by hunting down Cody Danger, he would have got the job done. And so Malcom Black, the Scotsman, gets a second chance to prove he was not lucky. It wasn't a fluke. He gets the chance to show how dominant he really can be. But the question is, can he do that here tonight? Malcom Black, the Scotsman, versus Charles Black. Black versus Black for a second time. Bell rings, and away we go. And for Charles Black, he's going to want to send a message to Cody Danger now, because like he said, he doesn't have to keep worrying about hunting him down, trying to find him and get for a rematch. He can just come in each week, he can prepare for who he wants to face. And the first person he wanted to face was Malcom Black, who of course beat him a few weeks ago in the Open Challenge. And that was because of Cody Danger's interference in that match that allowed, it helped Malcom to get the win in that. Or maybe it was because Malcom, you know, stole the victory. I don't remember it perfectly. I know that Malcom Black was able to get the win. And Charles Black is not a happy bunny about it. Charles Black, one thing you've got to know about him, he does not like to lose, which is why he's literally spent over a month now hunting down the first person who ever beat him here in WIW. And now look at this. Oh, went for a 450 splash there. And Malcom Black couldn't capitalize. Charles Black gets caught watching him get back to his feet, and he's hit with a snap suplex. Malcom Black had a fantastic Road to Glory first round against Ryan Riley a few months ago back at the Road to Glory Season 2. And unfortunately for him, he was unable to beat Ryan Riley. But he's been fantastic since he's turned up. He doesn't always get the victory, but he does show himself well. Lost to Jaden Winters a few weeks back. But again tonight, getting a chance to show off what he can do. He beat Charles Black just a couple of weeks ago, and now gets a chance to do it again. Charles Black believes he won't do it again. And Malcom Black gets a chance to prove him wrong and to walk away with another victory here tonight. And of course, remember at this Risk and Reward pay-per-view, there will be a Feast and Fired match up on the cards. We already know 4 of the competitors. Maybe we could know more. Oh, but look at this! He's here again, and look at this. Charles Black knew he was coming. He's begging him to come. Oh, and he gets taken out with the strike. And Charles Black just gets wiped out with a single punch. But look at this. A smile on Black's face. He knows he's just won the match as Cody Danger retreats and leaves the ring. Well, Charles Black with a smile on his face. He clearly wanted that to happen. That's why he was taunting. And that's why he's a master strategist. Malcom Black loses unfairly here tonight to Charles Black, but he gets the job done, Charles Black, regardless. And we now know that Cody Danger will face Charles Black in 3 weeks' time at the first ever Revolution pay-per-view Risk and Reward in a no-holds-barred match. That one is going to be one hell of a contest. I can't wait to see these two finally step in the ring again. Let's move on down the rest of tonight's card. Well, last up tonight before the main event, that is, of course, the Women's Championship on the line. Just 3 weeks before the pay-per-view as well, we are going to get some tag team action between the first 4 competitors in the Revolution pay-per-view's Feast or Fired match. That's going to be one hell of a contest. Remember, the Feast or Fire match, there are loads of different possibilities. We have the possibility of someone capturing, well, there's 4 briefcases, and in those briefcases are a title match for the Revolution title, a title match for the Revolution Tag Team titles, a spot in the main roster's Money in the Bank ladder match, and on top of all that, there is a briefcase which terminates your contract and fires you from WIW. That's why it's a Risk and Reward. It's going to be a big one at the pay-per-view. And the first person down to the ring is Red in a really creepy mask here. Red hasn't had much time to come into the ring and show what he can do, and that's exactly why he decided he was going to step up and take the risk of being a part of the Feast or Fired match at the Risk and Reward pay-per-view. And tonight, he will team with this man, Franco the Madman Ricci. The man from Italy steps into the ring tonight to team with Red reluctantly. Those two talking at the beginning of the show, both declaring that they are ready to compete in the Feast or Fired matchup. Both looking for an opportunity to stand out on the main roster. A chance to really show what they can do as a team. here tonight. Of course, they're not really wanting to team, but after the ambush earlier from Mutually Assured Destruction, they had no choice but to defend their honors by stepping into their territory and compete in tag team action. Well, we'll see how they do here tonight. They wanted an opportunity to get on the card and prove themselves, and they get the chance to do that tonight. And this team, who have been crying out for more opportunities, finally get their opportunity here tonight. It is Hank the Tank Pain and Duke the Nuke Rage, otherwise known as Mutually Assured Destruction. And they are the first tag team, maybe the last tag team, to enter the match. There is a tag team championship match that will be hanging above the ring, so who's to say that Mutually Assured Destruction won't manage to get it? And of course, there is no rule against staying in the match. You can stay in every briefcase if you wish, or you could leave. That is up to you. But Mutually Assured Destruction, they double their chances by having 2 men in that match. Their shot at the tag team titles hasn't come naturally, and so they're looking to claim it here at the Feast or Fired pay-per-view. No, Feast or Fired ladder match, should I say. Well, here we go, tag team action right before the main event. Red going to start us off with Hank the Tank Pain, and it's going to be interesting to see how they do here. Of course, Franco, the Madman Ricci, and Red, not natural tag team partners. Not really had much time either, to be fair, the pair of them. When Franco last was in the ring, I believe he went up against the Revolution champion. I may be mistaken on that one, but I believe that was the last time he stepped foot in the ring. But Franco and Red, both desperate for singles opportunities. And remember that one of the winners of the matches will be rewarded with a shot at the Revolution Championship if it presents itself. So that it's a possibility. Who knows what could happen? No one is certain. And so there's an opportunity that they could go on to face for the Revolution title. Perhaps maybe if they get on well here tonight and one of them wins the tag team title opportunity, maybe they work together to go and get that. Who knows? But remember, those briefcases for the title matches, they are anytime you wish, but you must give prior notice. It's not a Money in the Bank contract. You can't just turn up and cash it in on the champion. You have to give the champion enough notice of when you are going to cash it in. The minimum being, of course, a week in advance. You cannot turn up on the night and say to the champ, I want to face you for the championship now. You must tell him that it is going to happen. It's not a Money in the Bank contract, but remember, a Money in the Bank ladder match opportunity presents itself inside the Feast of Fired briefcase as well. If you capture that, you will go to the main roster for the Uprising pay-per-view for a shot to become Mr. Money in the Bank. And imagine that. You could earn yourself a WIW contract by not only becoming Mr. Money in the Bank, but becoming a world champion, which would guarantee you a contract on the main roster. And remember, for everybody here, their contracts are only temporary on the basis that they do well here, and they could be terminated at any time. And that's exactly what could happen at the pay-per-view, as one of the briefcases will hold a contract termination notice. A huge opportunity presents itself for one of these teams to step up. And of course, Red and Ricci will not be working together at the pay-per-view, but maybe they will if Duke and Hank really aren't causing that many problems. But remember, Hank and Duke, they might be in it for themselves. They might be joining together. Maybe they'll hope for a tag team title opportunity, but they might not get it. One of them might get a world title opportunity. They could be fired, and it'd be interesting to see what happens then. If they're entering as a team, does that mean that they're going to be fired as a team? I'm not too sure on that. Big running bulldog there. Massive emphasis from Hank the Tank Pain. And so far, Hank the Tank and Duke the Nuke are 0-2 in tag team action. They want the chance to redeem that here tonight, and they might just get it, especially against the team who aren't exactly a tag team. And Franco is doing a fantastic job of fighting back here. And now has Hank in the corner. Can he capitalize on that? He just has him boxed in at the moment. Talking to Red here, and Red's whispering something in Ricci's ear, and I'm not sure what they're talking about, but he is saying something. And instead, he waited too long there. They got caught in conversation, perhaps arguing whether or not he was actually going to get tagged back in or not. Tag is made on the other end, and they're looking for this Massive powerbomb as well. And back into the cutter again. Now Red wants the tag. And Red's going to get the tag. In comes Red. Can he get there? Oh, look, he couldn't do anything. Oh, instead hit with a Tiger Bomb. And Red tried to run into the ring and explode to life. Trying to revive the match for his team, but mutually assured destruction. Staying in control, but now Red sidesteps the elbow drop. Now can he get some momentum? Looking for a Northern Lights. Beautifully done. And of course, remember tonight's main event. The Revolution Women's Championship is on the line. Katelyn Hall defends her championship for the very first time against Rachel Walker and Samantha Matua. And that's going to be interesting to see what happens in that matchup. Who knows who's going to walk away with the win? The champ, under a lot of pressure, retain. It's going to be difficult for her to do that. And of course, plus in 3 weeks' time, she'll have to do it again. Regardless of the results, she'll have to defend the championship at the Risk and Reward pay-per-view. So it may not be comfort for anyone who wins here tonight, but they have a chance to win the title. They need to take it. Now Red to the opposite side of the ropes here, looking to fly. Oh, very nicely done, planting down. Very nicely done there by Red, showing off a bit of athleticism. And for these four men battling it out right now, all just looking to prove themselves. And that was the point of this Feast of Fire match in the early stages of Revolution. Not many people getting the chance to show what they can do, especially with so many people on the roster. So now they get the chance to do that and earn title opportunities and Money in the Bank opportunities as well, if they're willing to pay the price of potentially losing their jobs. It's high risk and high reward, and that's exactly what the pay-per-view is. Oh, look at that. Bit of miscommunication between Mutually Assured Destruction. Luckily, they managed to avoid the spear there. He's going to try again. Try and take advantage. Red couldn't capitalize there and break it up again. Mutually Assured Destruction need to get on the same page here. They can't afford to lose their third straight tag team match. That's not going to give him much momentum heading into this pay-per-view. Now has him up in the shoulders here. Red in a bad spot. Planted down with an air raid siren neckbreaker. Very nicely done there by Duke the Nuke Rage. And now Irish Whip to his corner. Might be looking to make the tag. Red escapes. Can Red capitalize here? Yes, he can. Hurricane Rana. And for Red, a good opportunity to show what he can do inside that ring. Oh God. That was an awkward grabbing there of the leg. But he does inflict some damage. Now, look at this. What's he thinking here? Looking to set himself up maybe for a sunset flip. Carries through with the momentum and lands a sunset flip. And now looking for a tag here. And is he going to find one? Yes, he is. Red couldn't stop him. Back in comes Hank the Tank. Oh, ducks the clothesline though. And now Red takes him down with a Hurricane Rana. Now an opportunity maybe to capitalize. His tag team partner is down, and maybe now an opportunity to take out Mutually Assured Destruction. Red going high risk, and this could be the way to do it, looking to fly to the top. Oh no. He's begging him to get up here. He clearly has something in mind. Oh, and a stunner off the top. And straight into the cover. He's pulled the arm away, so it's not a rope break. Oh, and it's a 2 count. That almost got it done there. A stunner off the top rope. Very nicely done there from Red. Red showing himself off a bit there. And showing some aerial prowess. And right now in control of Hank the Tank Payne. Especially when his partner's down. Went for a spinning kick. Well caught by Hank the Tank. Now can he capitalize? Oh, and into an inverted DDT. Plants him down with the inverted DDT. And screaming to hype himself up. Might want to tag in his partner now. He's taking a bit of a beating, Hank the Tank, but just landing a big strike there. Is he able to capitalize on the fact that Red is down? Franco might be considering a tag at this point. Red's given a lot in this match, but he starting to slip a bit. And now Mutually Assured Destruction. Well, what's he thinking here? Look at this. Oh my God. And these are quite big men. Are they going to be able to do this? Look at this. Shoots through the turnbuckle and lands a massive DDT. And now, right now, Red being ganged up on here by Hank the Tank and Duke the Nuke on the opposite side. And oh, onto the barricade. And this is a mugging on the outside right now. And now some tag team work between the two. Look at this. Oh, that a massive neck breaker. The damage being done to Red. He's being ganged up on here on the outside. The count is rising. It's a count of 5. They might want to be careful here about how long they spend on the outside. Red still being ganged up on, but he's tossed into the ring. And now Ricci begging for the tag on. Red just couldn't get there. And it might be costly because now look at this. Picking him up and slamming him down onto the apron with a reverse choke slam. And Mutually Assured Destruction are staying in control right now, but they need to be careful because Red doesn't stay down for long, as he's proving. Went for a spear, but it's countered. Calling for the tag for Ricci, and Ricci couldn't get it because it was intercepted. And now look at this. Submission hold maybe. Flips through, but he's put him the wrong way on the flip through. And they're broken up immediately by the ropes. Big mistake there by Hank the Tank. And now looking to make the tag, and he does. Can they find a finishing touch here maybe? Look at this, what they're going for. And a beautiful double power slam into the cover. Is that enough to put Red away? No, it's not. 2 count. That almost put them down there for good. Brilliant tag team work there from Mutually Assured Destruction, but it's to no avail. Red desperately needs to tag out at this point in the match. He is struggling. Rage lifting him up and slamming him down. Red needs to get out of there, and he needs to do it now, but he keeps making a mistake of keep trying to charge back out there. Ricci desperately wanting the tag. Mutually Assured Destruction in control of the situation right now, but for how much longer can they keep fighting on? Because if Red's just going to kick out of everything, that could be very problematic. Massive leg takedown there, sweeping the leg. Very nicely done, and now going to try and steal it as he drags him away from the ropes. Referee very slow to count, but is it enough for Red to steal it? No, it's not. Tried to take out the leg there, and it wasn't enough to get past Mutually Assured Destruction. Red just running on pure instinct right now. Doesn't have much left. Surely now he needs to consider a tag, but Red looking to put this one away here. Looking to get the win. Look at this. Oh, beautiful move. And into the cover. Is that going to be enough to get the job done? It is. And Red and Franco, the Madman Ricci, knock off Mutually Assured Destruction and get some huge momentum coming into the Feast of Fire match at the Risk and Reward pay-per-view. Red fought in that match for the longest period of time. Franco did impressive stuff when he was in, but the match was pretty much carried by that man Red. What a performance from these two, and they get the job done and get revenge from the ambush from earlier on tonight from Mutually Assured Destruction, and they get the win here in this tag team encounter. Well, they look very impressive here tonight, and they managed to get the victory. But the question is, will one of these guys be able to grab a briefcase and earn themselves title opportunities, or will one of them be fired? Because it could all be for nothing. Who knows? So many possibilities from that match. But these two have stood up tonight, and they've made it clear they have no intention of coming home with anything less than a title shot. Let's move on to tonight's huge main event. We've been waiting for this match all night long, and it is finally here. A triple threat for the Revolution Women's Championship. The first time that the Women's Championship will be put on the line. And the first person down to the ring is Samantha Matua. If you haven't been following what's been going on as of late, let me get you back up to speed. Samantha Matua, a few weeks ago, won a Battle Royal to get herself a spot into the Revolution Women's Championship matchup, one-on-one with Katelyn Hall, as it was supposed to be. But in that match, it was addressed that Rachel Walker was unfairly eliminated in that match as she went through the middle rope and not the top rope off of Samantha Matua's power bomb. Then the next week, they had a rematch just one-on-one in a number one contenders match, and that match was interrupted by Diana, who went on to disqualify the match, and Samantha Matua got the win because she was the one who was attacked. And so Rachel Walker went on the next week to face Katelyn Hall, the women's champion, and won. And that's what earned her the right to be here tonight. And hence, the general manager has put a triple threat together. Samantha Matua and the general manager, LEJP, have not exactly seen eye to eye in the early stages of their Revolution career. But there's no denying that Rachel Walker has been robbed of every opportunity she had been given to become the women's champion. And now tonight, she gets the chance to take all that away and get the championship that she is after. Here she is, Rachel Walker. Huge opportunity presents itself here tonight for Rachel Walker. Not only to capture the women's championship, but to get some revenge on Samantha Matua for everything that she has put her through for the last couple of weeks. Again, someone who you know is never phased, never scared to take on anyone. And that's exactly why she is here tonight, looking to step into the ring and take out the challenger, the champion, excuse me. Huge opportunity here tonight for Rachel Walker. And this is only with really one win over her name. And to be honest, it's a big win. It was against the champion. But every match she's been a part of, she's either been unfairly eliminated or she's been unfairly disqualified. And so there's no reason why Rachel Walker shouldn't be in contention here for the women's championship. She definitely can produce some big fight here tonight. And against the champion who she's already beaten once, can she do it again? A huge night for this woman. It is the first ever Revolution Women's Champion, Katelyn, who of course won her Revolution Women's Championship in a triple threat. And now tonight has to do it again to go to the pay-per-view as the Women's Champion. Of course, she will have a rematch clause, and you've got to imagine, should she lose here tonight, she will be cashing that in at the Risk and Reward pay-per-view. But tonight, she makes the ultimate risk of putting her championship on the line. Of course, it was out of her power whether or not she did do that. But tonight, she has to put the championship on the line. And it's against two women, which is dangerous. Because, of course, with no champion's advantage, she doesn't even have to be involved in the decision to lose her championship here tonight. Big, big matchup in the main event. And it's for the Revolution Women's Championship. The first time that it is being defended by Katelyn Hall. Huge matchup tonight. Who is going to walk away with the gold? Will it be Matua? Will it be Walker? Or will it be Hall once again? Bell rings and away we go here in this Revolution Women's Championship match. Matua, Walker and Hall battling out for the Revolution Women's Championship. Remembering, of course, if Katelyn Hall loses this matchup, she will have her rematch clause and she will have to cash it in at the Risk and Reward pay-per-view in order to get it back, but I'm sure she won't be looking to do that here tonight if she can help it. Trying to put away Matua and Walker is going to be a tough ask. Walker already with a win over her, and I believe Matua has won as well previously, so Katelyn Hall needs a chance of redemption here tonight. And right now, she's exploded onto the scene in this match and dominating both Walker and Matua. And she's doing it very confidently as well. And maybe the confidence of being the women's champion coming out on display here. Cover early on. And it's a kick out. And now look at this. Going to use her speed again to take out Matua. And Matua retreats. Early work being put in here from Katelyn Hall. Trying to get the job done here with a submission here. Digging the knees into the back of Rachel Walker. Walker breaks out there. Almost bridged into a cover. But Hall breaks it up early. Crucifix now. Taking out Walker. And right now, Hall is on fire. Exploding into this match. Meanwhile, she doesn't need to pay attention because Matua's coming in from behind. Oh, but it didn't matter. She gets taken out with a neck breaker instead. And now Walker trying to deal with Matua. Doesn't really get her high off the ground, but she does slam her down. And now Walker trying to fight off Matua. Oh my god. Pretty much covers her whole body in the corner. Look at the speed of Matua as she runs into her and then gets met with a Hurricane Rana for good measure. Walker gets wiped out by Matua and by Hall. And Katelyn Hall, who's got off to a very good start in this match, now needs to worry about Matua. Matua at the top. Oh god. Well counted there. And now from the top. Oh! Flying down with a forearm. And now look at this. Looking for a weapon to use here. Remember, of course, everything's legal. No countouts or disqualification in a triple threat match. Walker takes the bat away from her. Matua and Walker fighting over the back here. Oh, and she gets taken out with the baseball bat. And now what's she doing here? Just gonna take the bat out of harm's way. She doesn't want it to be used against her, but she sees Hall coming at her. Hall makes her drop it. And now these two back into the ring. These two playing cat and mouse here almost. Oh, and a stunner there by Katelyn Hall off the counter of the suplex attempt. Tries to take her down with a spear, only backs her into the corner. And now a monkey flip takes her down. And now Rachel Walker with a free ring to face off against Hall. But Hall doing a great job there of dealing with her for the second. And now picking her back up, Katelyn Hall with a full head of steam right now. Crucifix again. Planting down Rachel Walker. And now has Walker down. Submission hold applied. And Matua's not paying attention here. She might want to get back in. Walker. Oh, and Walker. Saved there by Matua. She might have tapped there. And now look at this. A sidewalk slam. Takes down Matua. And right now, what a performance it's been by Katelyn Hall. She has done a fantastic job in this matchup so far. She had a point to prove. It's been an embarrassing reign for her so far. Yet to pick up a win. Yes, she's only had like 1 or 2 matches as the champ, but she didn't want to lose the opportunity to get rid of Matua and Walker as threats, because they are big threats and you want to get rid of them sooner rather than later. Looking for a finishing touch maybe, but Walker's not going to let her do it. Walker is not going to let her steal this one from her. Walker now trying to capitalize and take out Hall, but she can't. Hall now battling away with Rachel Walker, and oh, she gets taken out with a power bomb. And now for the first time in this ring match, Katelyn Hall is left on the outside while Matua left to battle it out with Rachel Walker. And now putting her on the top here. Dangerous position, but Walker pushes her away for the second. Can she take her down with a top of the rope clothesline? She can. And Rachel Walker now, huge opportunity to take out the big woman from the match. Trying to fight her way back in this one and take out Matua, who has really struggled to get going in this match, Matua. The champ comes back into the ring. Oh, but look at this. Gets her up here. Can she slam her back down? Aeroplane spin and spins out into a cutter off the aeroplane spin. Very nicely done there by Katelyn Hall. Into the cover on Rachel Walker to retain. She couldn't do it. And she flips out. Flips there. Rachel Walker. And she does so for a purpose. And that purpose is to take down the champ for a second. And now look at this. Can she capitalize on the space? No, she can't. Couldn't get up. Couldn't get the champ up. And now Rachel Walker in jeopardy here of losing this one. Matua. Oh, she wasn't paying attention. Matua from behind. I thought Matua was taunting there. She was, and instead, oh, she turns around and plants down Walker. Walker in a bad spot here. She's taking a lot of punishment here into the cover. Katelyn Hall has to make the save because she recognizes how much punishment the Rachel Walker has taken. And now Katelyn Hall and Matua battling it out here. Counter after counter each. But I don't think she's going to counter that. She's slammed down. And the champ retreats into the cover here. Goes Matua on Rachel Walker. Walker kicks. And now the champ want to worry here. Because if one of these women are pinned and she's not involved in the decision, she'll still lose the championship. Big problem here. And now submission hold applied. Hall back to her feet now. Going to try and make the save if she can. Trying to stop the submission. She's refusing to relinquish the hold though. And Rachel Walker's going to have to fight her own way out. And now Matua. Big strike there. And now look at this. Going for the torture rack submission. Katelyn Hall desperately needs to break this one up if she can. And she does. And now look at this. Crucifix takes down Matua. Matua is down for the second. But for how long? Trying to fight back here on Samantha Matua. Matua rolls out. And now Katelyn Hall is left with the women's champion. She's in a bad spot as it is. But she managing to fight back there with a powerbomb. Walker and Hall fighting in the middle of the ring. And now the kicks right to the leg there of the champ. And trying to do further damage to that leg. Oh my god, on the ropes. That could have injured her right there. I think she's okay, but for how much longer? Big counter there by Walker. And now Walker has her down. Hall has Walker down, sorry. And now into a submission again. But Matua's there to break it up immediately. Now Matua, can she capitalize? She has the women's champion by surprise, but the women's champ still fights on. And now look at this. Trying to get Matua up maybe for a powerbomb. Gets her. Powerbomb to Matua. Into the cover. The referee slow to make the count. Is that going to affect the count? Yes, it is. It's a 2. But into a Boston Crab straight away. Matua's in trouble. And she taps. Matua taps out. Unbelievable. Katelyn Hall retains. And her unbeaten triple threat matches continues. Unbeaten in triple threats. What a match. And Katelyn, oh, she thoroughly deserved to win that one. But what happens now? Matua and Walker, both were the #1 contenders, and now, coming into the Revolution first ever pay-per-view, Rachel Walker doesn't have a challenger for the championship. Well, Rachel Walker fought hard in that match, and so did Matua, but they couldn't do it. They couldn't conquer the champ on this occasion. It's important to win your first defense as champion. They say you're never truly a champion until you've defended it at least once. And Katelyn Hall, against the odds here tonight, does just that, and she retains the Revolution Women's Championship here in tonight's main event. Well, who she faces now is anyone's guess. Who will face her at the pay-per-view? That is, of course, hosting the Feast and Fired match as well as the tag team match. A load of matches announced tonight for the Risk and Reward pay-per-view. But will Katelyn Hall face someone there? Who knows? But a big defense here for her here tonight. And that's going to wrap up tonight's huge show. I hope you guys enjoyed. Sorry it came after fight night this week. Won't make that mistake again. Hope you guys enjoyed. Be sure to leave a like if you did. Comment your thoughts and feelings on tonight's show. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. And I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.